This is the Tushy Activity Tracker, and I've actually had another one of their activity trackers in the past, and they can be really, really complicated to use. They're full of features, but the complication of them gets, a little tricky if you're not a huge techie. So I was actually pleased when I got this one because the device itself is actually far less complicated than some of the others. It does have an app that goes with it, and I found the app very unuser friendly, extremely unuser friendly, and very complicated. So once again, the device is a lot better than it was, but the app is not. It does come in this box here, extremely nicely packaged. It does come with a micro USB cable. This is what you're going to use to charge it, and it comes with both the clip and the watch band, so you can use it either way. It just slides in and out. I'll show you this right now. It slides in and out of this watch band, and it's literally, this is the tracker itself. Okay, it's a very, very sleek looking thin tracker, and it can slide into your clip. Make sure that you line up these buttons, or this button in particular, on the side that has the buttons. So that's actually this side. You will notice there on both of the watch and the silicone watch and the activity tracker, there is actually a little raised area for the button. Okay, so this is the clip here. You'll notice it's pretty snug. You can clip it onto your shorts. You can put it pretty much anywhere. You can put it around your neck, on a lanyard. You can do into a pocket, whatever. So you have this option, or you have the watch option, which is how I choose to use it. And again, make sure it lines up. I will point out, though, that, let me show you while this is open. The charging, it does charge via micro USB. It's going to need to charge maybe every 5 to 7 days. You plug it in here in the side. There's a dust flap to keep it clean, and then the other end goes into your computer, or it goes into a wall jack if you have a USB wall port, power port. Okay, so this slides right back in here again. It has a raised edge right here around it, so not only does it keep it snug in there, but it also protects the face just a little bit. This is the watch band. It's probably the most comfortable. I actually have 3 or 4 activity trackers. It's probably the most comfortable band of the bunch. It is, could get a little warm because it is the silicone up against your skin, but it's a little narrower than some of the others, and it's extremely soft and contours to your wrist, or to my wrist, extremely well. It has these little metal prongs right here, which is what's going to hook into here. I do want to show you one big drawback, though. I have pretty small wrists, but I don't have the smallest around, and mine takes, to get it in there, it's on the second to last setting. So if you have tiny wrists, and like I said, I definitely don't have the smallest around, if you have tiny wrists, this may well not fit. Okay. Now, to turn it on, you're going to just push this button on the side, and you'll note right here from this page, it will tell you the date, or the time, and the date, the battery level, and whether it's connected to Bluetooth or not. If you click the next one, it's going to show you the steps you've taken. This is the calories burned, I believe. This is how far the distance you've gone. This is the time frame you've been exercising. Here's your goal, the percent of the goal. You can set your goal up on the app, and then you're back to the beginning. If you want to put it to sleep, you're going to press and hold this button, and then you have to, and that shows you, it looks like your bedtime. You press it again, and it'll turn you to sleep. And then to wake it up, you do the same thing, but in reverse. One of the things, one of my activity trackers actually has it so you can set it up to automatically go to sleep on you. I really appreciate that feature. This one does not have. I have found with this one that I've forgotten several times to put myself to sleep. So when I walk through the app here in just a second, you'll notice that I only have one sleep record because I keep forgetting to turn it right before I go to bed. I keep forgetting to put it to sleep. So it does come with a user's manual. The user's manual was very, very basic, did not include a lot. It was extremely complicated to understand, very hard to understand. There was some grammatical typo, that kind of stuff, but it did cover some of the basics, but there was a lot left out of it. Okay, the app. There was no user's manual for the app, so I'm going to talk about that for just a minute. They do tell you how to connect it, and this user's manual was not helpful. So I want to point out what you're going to do is once you've downloaded the app, which you can use the QR code on the side of the box to download it. Once you download it, it has a settings button up here at the top. You're going to go under pairing, and then you're going to look for your Bluetooth list, device list. In my case, it should already be set up, so I'm just going to leave it, but you will select it from there. Make sure that you go to this blue pairing tab after you get to the settings, because otherwise you won't be able to do that. And then you're going to come up here where it says every time you log in, it's going to say link or something like that, I believe. You're going to click on that every single time to connect it to your device. Okay, this is your home page. Let me just show you again. It does say you can do it under metric or imperial settings. Your basic information is actually going to all be metric, so just be aware of that. You may have to go look it up yourself to convert. If you're in the United States, you may have to convert it because it was, for me, I don't know my centimeters and whatnot. I had to go look it up. Okay, the daily goal, you can set how much you want as your daily goal. Here's where you do it so that on the watch you'll be able to see the percentage of that daily goal. That's from this screen right here. Here's your equipment. You can set the time right here. I'm not sure if it pulled it automatically or not, because mine was actually close, but it was off by a little bit. So I actually had to reset it here, and then you hit set device time. You can also set a device name if you're going to use this app with multiple trackers, so you can set your device name so that you can identify which one's yours and which one's someone else's. Okay, so that's the gist under settings. Over here, this is your main screen. I'm not sure, I still haven't figured out what the start-stop button does exactly. The sync button is if you want to sync it to your tracker. This holds up to about 30 days of information on it, but you will obviously want to update that and store it into your app. Then you would hit that sync button and it will do that. Okay, the sleep. I do think this aspect of it is actually far more user-friendly than some that I have. But the sleep here, you can choose the date over here on the side. You can cycle through. So say yesterday I remembered to put it to sleep. It says that I got 6.5 hours of sleep. My sleep quality was only 4.3 hours out of 6.5. That's obviously not very good. But as you will see, if I scrolled through to the other days, you can see I didn't put it to sleep. So needless to say, I'm missing it, which is not very helpful. Hopefully I can get into the habit again, but it's just, for me, it's just sort of hard. You can scroll through over here with the months, which is a nice feature. It's very, the calendar part is very user-friendly. Okay, now under activity, you will see this is my activity that I did. Well, this is what I've done so far today. Let's go back to yesterday. The time that I've done it, the steps, the calories, the distance, and how much I slept. This is the summary down here. Here I hit 91% of my goal, but that gives you an idea. You can scroll through again using that calendar feature. Under progress, this you can see how many, you can do it by, here's the steps, you can see the time on a chart. For those of you who like charts, this is wonderful. Distance, your calories, your sleep, and your percent of your goal. And this is obviously by the date. You can change the date up here, up here at the top, and do that kind of thing. And then over here on the last, and you can also change month and year. Over here on the last tab down at the bottom, it also has an alarm. So you can set a clock alarm to wake you up. It'll send you vibrations, quiet vibrations instead of quiet, but anyway, quiet vibrations to your wrist to wake you up. Or you can also set up an activity alarm if you want to say, hey, I want to be reminded every 30 minutes to make sure I'm up exercising. You can set that as well. So that's the main gist of the app. I wanted to walk through that with you just because there was the user's manual gave no information about this at all, and I found the pairing of it actually the most complicated part. Like I said, just make sure you go over here to the pairing, and from there you're going to choose your Bluetooth device list. This should be the Tushy should show up the first time. Mine's already paired, and then over here under this you're going to need to hit link. So that's the gist of it, and overall not a bad product. I think it's not. I wish it had that auto sleep feature. I think this is great. I think the app is leaves a little to be desired, but the calendar features on the app are excellent. And I do like the fact that it comes with both the clip and the watch band. So remember, if you're planning on using this watch band, the only other thing I want to summarize again is remember you better have larger wrists, because the tiny wrists probably will not fit this. Overall, not bad.